and welcome into To Your Health. And we're very happy to have Brittani Harris, the Nutrition Director for the Alabama Department of Senior Services. You do some great work down there, young lady, and we appreciate it. And today we want to talk about something as we start to age, and I see a lot of this with my friends and everything. Two things come into our life. Sometimes sugar increases and the drinking of water or hydration decreases. And it just seems like, and I don't know, I'm very guilty of it because I like a sweet treat. And a lot of times, especially if a person is by themselves, they'll say, oh, I want to have a little something sweet. But sugar is really a culprit in our diet, isn't it?
Yes.
Mentally as well as just everything else.
It is. When you think of the goal and the recommendations with the dietary guidelines is to limit added sugars. And what we mean by added sugars is any sugar that's not naturally occurring. Yes.
You take that spoon and go, that's an added sugar, folks.
That is.
Yeah.
But that also includes cookies. So you have to add sugar to that.
Oh, I know.
So one way that you could do that, so let's say you're making a bowl of oatmeal. When you add, brown sugar or whatever, another option might be to do a ripe banana. That way you've increased your fruit consumption for the day.
Yes.
You've added something that's sweet that improves the flavor, or add some other fruits along with that. So you want to try and find a way to satisfy that sweet tooth that's not adding additional refined sugars.
So added sugars, or just sugars in general, what did they do to us in our body? Are they
added sugars
block your arteries?
Well, they could. What happens is sugars, when you consume too much, they're stored as triglycerides or fat in the body. Increased consumption of fat leads to increased weight gain. Those are all indicators that you can move toward cardiovascular disease or heart disease.
Right.
They can increase the likelihood of type 2 diabetes. And there's kind of a cascading event of those kind of diagnoses from increased consumption of added sugars.
And it seems like sugar really has no value. Does it have?
It has a value.
It's got it has calories.
Calories.
It's got calories, and of course, obviously, if you're going to take sugar in, you need to be exercising more because that will burn some of the sugar, will it not?
It will burn some of the sugar. I think the way that I try and consider it is to try and find the best way to satisfy your taste buds, to make it taste good that still has a nutrient benefit. So like I mentioned, that oatmeal, adding the fruit or the ripe banana. If you're making a cup of coffee, you probably don't need a tablespoon of sugar. A teaspoon might be good.
Yeah.
If you're making a choice of getting a coffee creamer that's already sweetened, then perhaps you add a little bit less of it and you don't add the sugar on top of it. Those are the ways that you can limit that added sugar consumption.
And a lot of times, with a cup of coffee for sure, if you're in a restaurant and you get a cup of coffee, there's a little packet in front of you. Sugar's about this much of it, and then there's something that's blue, something that's yellow, and there's something that's pink.
Yes.
Those are what's called artificial sweeteners.
Yes.
Are they that good for you, or they? Because they tell them that, again, when they say a Coke Zero or something zero, or any zero, I'm not just picking on Coke, but any kind of a 0-calorie thing, something had to be in there to give it that little bit of a sweetness taste. But whatever that chemical is that's in there, it's probably not that good for you.
Those are called artificial sweeteners.
Yes.
Or what we'll call them in the dietetics profession is non-nutritive sweeteners. What that means is you don't get any calories from them, you don't get any nutrients from them. They're just there to provide a sweetness, to make it taste a little bit better. There's been no evidence that shows that they're harmful in the amounts that we typically consume.
See, that's important to know.
Yes, and they also make it possible for people who are diabetic to limit, or in general anyone, to limit their intake of added sugars, because that has a negative effect.
Yes.
And also still consume the beverage that they need. So it can have a net positive effect. There's been no evidence that proves that they're harmful.
Okay. Water or a liquid. If you're drinking iced tea without any sugar in it, is that mostly water?
Yes, it is.
So so when we're saying hydration, it doesn't have to be pure water, does it?
No, it doesn't. It has to be a liquid. You actually get some hydration from the foods that you eat as well.
Yes.
Think watermelon.
Yes.
There's water in some content in the food that we eat. The recommendation is that for women over the age of 51, you want to consume at least 9 cups of water a day, and for men around
9
13.
8-ounce cups.
9 8-ounce cups.
Yes.
So
that's a 16.
yes. So
right
this
there.
is 2 cups here.
Yes.
So for reference, that's how you want to multiply it out and consume that much. But you are.
What about a man? What is he
I mean,
supposed?
13 cups a day.
13 cups
13
a day.
cups a day. It's also important to note that as we age, our thirst decreases. So
Yes.
you may not have a desire to drink more often. So it's something you're going to have to prompt yourself to do. And especially in this heat wave that we're in, you want to make sure that you're probably exceeding that recommendation of 9 cups for women and 13 cups for men.
Yeah, because you will dehydrate pretty quick, won't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
You will. So consuming high water content foods like watermelon, consuming that unsweetened tea, a bottle of water, even some fruit juice.
And that water kind of cleanses you internally. We use water to cleanse ourselves externally, but when we put it inside of us, it helps with our blood vessels, helps with our thinking, doesn't it?
It does. It's absolutely required. Water consumption is a non-negotiable. It should be a
You heard that,
priority.
folks. Non-negotiable.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. And remember, 1-800-AGE line for the Alabama Department of Senior Services, or go to their website. They have very good information on nutrition. And of course, it's all because of this young lady. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back.